We're here with Korey Foreman, 5-star defensive end. It's a few days before the early signing period. You are going to sign on Wednesday, but not announce until January 2nd.
Yes, sir.
How are you going to keep that secret?
Well, I think it would be me and my family signing, and I will be signing, and my family will be there, and everything else. But due to the coaching staff, I think I would tell one of the coaches, and then they would just have to keep it a secret, and then everybody else would know January 2nd. But other than that, I'm still trying to figure out how I want to do it. But yeah, the 16th I'm signing, and everybody will know January 2nd.
Like I said, it's only a few days away. So does that mean that you know in your head what it's going to be at this point?
As of right now, I don't really know, but it is what it is. We're gonna see where I land. I'm gonna go to where I feel is best fits me, my family, and my life after football. Because I know football is not for long, and I know that everything else has a time and place for it. And so I'm gonna do the best I can as of right now to just keep working and focus on everything I can control, and everything else will follow.
So if you don't know right now, what's going to make that decision for you in the next few days? What's going to push you over the edge one way or the other?
God, only God. I pray every night, and He's going to show me the way.
How much do you and your family talk about this daily?
So in my household, we'll go every other week talking about football just so I'm not clustered with it. But when a coach calls or something like that, okay, well, hey, Korey, did you talk to so-and-so today? Korey, did you talk to so-and-so today? So other things like that, that's just a part of the process.
You told me before we went on air that you might do one last visit maybe early in the week. If you do, where would that be to?
It'll probably be either Georgia, LSU, maybe. I wouldn't be able to tell you all the way because I'm not sure.
Gotcha.
It would literally be a last minute type of deal.
Let's talk about the recent trips. The Clemson trip. Obviously, you have a lot of history there. What did that last trip do for you? How did it resonate with you?
It showed me everything that I was missing in the past. It was an amazing atmosphere, and I love everybody out there, especially the environment. So just being able to be out there is amazing and a blessing overall. But just going out there again for the third time, it was me being able to just hang out with some of the players and just see the game experience. It was a blessing. It was a blessing.
Did it kind of vault them up the list a little bit from where they were?
Clemson is always in my list. They've always been at the top, but everybody knows that.
Yeah.
So. It's not too many bad things you can say about Clemson, especially because when you're on the top, a lot of people are trying to knock you off. So, everybody sees it with LSU. They won the championship, and now everybody's trying to get back at them. But, it is what it is. It's all part of the process once again. So, we're going to see how everything plays out.
The Arizona State trip was kind of last minute. What did you take away from that?
It was an experience just being out there. Didn't really get to go to the games, but me being out there with, I'm going to say 2 other recruits, just being out there with the families and just, watching the game from the hotel, just being out there in Tempe. They didn't end up losing and they came up short, but it was, it's like my 5th time being out there, so clearly, everybody else knows I like being out there. So, it was just a blessing.
Well, I've got to ask you about USC, obviously. So you've had a chance to watch this new defense this fall. What's been your takeaway of Tyler Orlando's defense and how you might plug into it if you were to choose them?
Success, definitely success. Over the last years, USC's defense has been a little skeptical and a little iffy. But now that T.O.'s there and just Coach Vic and everybody else along with the defensive staff, I trust them. I trust them, and as everybody else trusts them. So that's why they're being talked about right now, and that's why they're undefeated. We're going to see how they play against UCLA and other things like that. But USC's been at the top as well.
I remember talking to you in the spring. You were really curious to see how that defense looked this fall. What have they done to kind of earn that trust in you based on what you've seen?
Just being able QB pressures, I would say. Not all times you're going to get a sack. Not every time you're going to get the tackle. But if you're in the backfield and you're there at the place at the right time and you're supposed to be there, then at least that shows. To everybody on pay-per-view, everybody on television, on the other end of the TV, everybody sees how many times the quarterback's having to run away or the opposite side, just other things like that. Uncomfortable, or the fact that he's not comfortable in the backfield. That right there is the biggest part of everything. So just constant pressure and just a lot of tackles. Those are big things that play big roles in a lot of defenses, and just especially where I fit. So how they view the defensive end, so how I would say how SC deals with Drake and how they deal with Nick Figueroa and how they're putting people on the map that weren't even on the map. So just little things like that just take under consideration.
I know you said they've always been near the top of the list, but has this fall changed your your feeling toward them at all? Has it helped?
No, it hasn't changed any feelings. I mean, I feel like my recruitment process has been pretty flat. And I've been showing love to everybody about maybe not even, or I'll say evenly, or kind of, sort of.
Sure.
But I do the best I can. It's hard hitting back every coach, but it's also not hard hitting back the coaches that you actually mess with instead of just the kicker coach or something like that. So as long as you build a rapport with everybody, you're gonna be okay.
How is that relationship with Vic Soto and T.O., whoever else you talk to? How's it developed this fall?
Me and Coach Vic, I didn't really I'm going to be honest, I didn't trust Coach Vic at first, but me being able to see and T.O. how they're using the defense, it's insane. Not that I doubted them, but it's just the fact that I know USC's had a little bit of coaches in the past and go in and out of the program, so just other things I was worried about. But Coach Vic and Coach T.O., they know what they're doing, so I mean, success is in the long run.
Is this an everyday thing with them now, the last few weeks or months, trying to close the deal with you? How often are these conversations?
Yeah, I mean, they do the best they can to try and close the deal. I mean, it's Korey, man, stay home, things like that. But at the same time, it's not always recruitment. So they do the best they can to try and guide me down the right path possible. And, just trying to guide me to success at the end of the day. It's not always about football, and they know that I have a life after football. I'm still human. So, you thank God every day that I get to wake up the next day and just be better than the day I was earlier and the week I was earlier. So, or in the past. But, it is what it is. So thank God, and you just keep living.
So I've been curious, do they see you in the role that Drake's playing or in a more traditional defensive line role?
I would be playing on the opposite side of Drake. It would be me, Drake, and then, if everything falls into play, then everything falls into play. But
gotcha.
I mean, so right now, just me and Drake. It would be me and Drake as QB killers at the back again. But I'm looking at other places as well. So it's crazy. We're gonna see how everything lands, and we're gonna see.
Last question about them is about Drake. What's been his pitch to you, his push to you in these closing weeks?
Drake's never been the one to try and recruit me, so maybe you'll see on social media he'll comment on my pictures and say stay home, but maybe that's just the joking we do. But Drake's never been trying to recruit me. It's always been, Korey, man, do what you want to do, man, because I'm doing me. So I don't know, just things like that. That's why I have a love for Drake and I have respect for him. And so he doesn't even bing my phone like that, but when I call him, he answers. When he calls me, I answer. So just little things like that is respectful. So I trust and I believe in Drake.
And I assume you got his insights though about playing in that system and everything. And
definitely. I mean, everybody knows what it would look like, what it would be like.
Yeah.
So I mean, we'll just have to see what happens.
For sure. Big picture, how are you going to look back on this process, being one of the most high-profile national recruits, really for a couple of years now you've been going through this? How are you going to reflect back on this?
It's been a blessing. I mean, I'm thankful for it. And, I've woken up every day and I honestly feel like I put my all into this. I love the game. So, I'm going to do the best I can for what I love. And, for any future coming up, any future generation athletes coming up, man, just stay true. Do you. Don't let anybody try and guide you down the path that you don't want to go, and just listen to yourself. God's always going to tell you everything. If you're asking for a sign and your gut's telling you something, listen to your gut. But other than that, it's just been a blessing. Waking up day in and day out, just hard work, dedication is going to pay off.
How hard is it going to be to make that final call?
It's going to be really hard because I didn't build a lot of relationships with everybody, and I'm a nice guy, I feel like. So. Yeah. It's going to be definitely hard, but at the end of the day, it's part of the process. Heartbreaking. Being a heartbreak kid is what you got to do. Everybody wants to be the number one athlete until you're the number one athlete.
All right, so somebody will find out Wednesday, and the rest of us will find out January 2nd.
Yes, sir.